Yeah, I don't know what happened with my sound settings. I think when I restarted, uh, sound settings just like crunched up for a moment, but I'll see if I can fix this. I updated my computer yesterday, so that might work. Let's have a look. You need to have some chill vibes in the background. How you doing, everyone? Joining us straight away. Well done. Yo, peanut butter and bacon. Yeah, my sound settings are just on the like. Where's my music? Let's try this. Like literally woke up just now. I was like, okay, let's go on. I mean, I can turn it on right now if I just do that, but it comes out on my computer as well, which is like daft. So it's going to be like real echoey. This is bonkers. Yeah, it's early morning, so well done for joining us, peanut butter and bacon. I appreciate that. It's quarter past 9 in the morning here. I can still hear it. I'm at that stage in the morning where nothing makes sense. So we're gonna have some eventually when this works. We're gonna have some chimpao. Just bear with me. Device. Oh, the microphone works, which is absolutely fine. Clicky. Is that still working? That's still working. Like I actually have to try and convince my computer not to make any sound, but output it as well. I literally did a restart yesterday, and it is just messed up. And I don't want to have a stream where it's all echoey, so. And I haven't changed any settings whatsoever. It doesn't like me. Oh, hang on a second. That might work. It's worked. You don't sound echo to me. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is work. So I have like, basically I have the thing coming out from my laptop speakers. Okay. And if that's coming out from there and it's picking up with the microphone here, then the music sounds echoey. So that can cause problems, especially with the sound. So what I have to do is I have to convince my computer to play it into a phantom speaker, like a speaker that does not exist. And so my computer pumps it into like nothing. But my audio output capture picks up the fact that it's producing sound going into nothingness. So now I can't hear anything. It's not coming out from my laptop speakers because I have a laptop set up here. It's really amateur. Anyway, it's all working. Right, okay, so one of the things... Welcome, by the way. One of the things that I've been doing is I've been looking at Chengpao, right? However, I came across a really, really cool video yesterday by the top 32 player, Jared Grimes. Okay. And Jared Grimes actually, he gave a really nice like lowdown. And I gave him credit on the Twitter. So if you're not following us on the Twitter, by the way, please follow us on the Twitter. And I am trying Insta and everything like that. But Insta is kind of like, you want to put stuff on Twitter which is like going to be impactful and not just adding to the noise. I've been having some real issues with social media recently, by the way. But I think I'm taking I'm taking my foot off the pedal of social media, which is really, really kind of counterproductive when you actually want to like get your name out there or like make an echo. But there's loads and loads of stuff that's coming on my stream, and it's just like I don't need this. I don't actually need to understand people's vibes about best of one versus best of three. I must have congratulated over 100 people on getting their invite to Japan. You know, just heart. And it is important that we congratulate them. What else? And it's just stuff, you know. I'm just like, okay, right. Give me a little bit of a break. So, it's not as if it's too much, but I'm just like, come on, chill the vibes, man. Do I have 3 of these, by the way, as a pre-release deck? Yes, I do. Okay. 2, 3. Okay, so this is Jared Grimes today. So basically what he did was, he had the Spiritomb, okay, and he had like the 1/1 Bidoof line. Bidoof Bibarel. I should always say like Bibarel line. And he said that made a major difference. Like, so we'll give it a go. We'll give it a whirl. But there was like tons and tons and tons and tons of really, really cool advice that he gave. So I want to credit him for that. And whether it improves my plate or not, we'll find out, right? We shall find out. But it's really, really, really good advice, you know. Okay, so this is like the top 32 version. Okay, at NAIC. So I've had breakfast, so I should be okay. I should be fine. And I feel like doing like a really slow chill stream. Like what I'm finding at the moment is that I'm playing intensely. So intensely means no misplays. And really, really harboring like my plays and explaining, which is great. I do want to go first. But I also want to make longer streams as well. Because I like streaming. I actually like streaming. I've only got one job to do today. I've got to clear a couple of bags from my... I love these cards. Right, these cards are broken. And at the same time, I can also get my glasses because I'm really like... I had vision that was like better than 2020, and I am now as blind as a bat. So this is a really good start, though. I'm not even going to check the rest of the deck just yet. Okay, right. So it's Raichu. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Let's check the deck now. Okay, do I have a 1/1 B-Barrel line? Okay, the 1/1 B-Barrel line is not present. But the Arceus V-Star is. Okay, I should have checked the Arceus V was in there. I can always put it down. So the 1/1 B-Barrel line is actually prized. Oh, maybe this is actually the other deck that I'm playing. Yeah, this is actually the other deck. Because it's got the Mew in. Okay, I forgot to prioritize it. I don't want to do that. Manaphy. Done. Okay, I shall set the other deck as the active deck. Okay. There we go. There we go. Conceal card. Let's get them. Yeah, look at that. Okay, right. So the other deck would have allowed me to play the Spiriting. Okay. Okay, unless they drill favorably with Electric Generator, they can't do much right now. Please mention it. Okay, right, so... There, have a Manaphy. Expecting Path to the Peak. Okay. Alright. Got Lost Back here, which was so cool. But what lost away, I'm not entirely sure. 6, 12, 18. I do need one more water, so I will need to activate Shivery Chill. Something useless would be good. Okay, alright, I'm good with that. Okay, I don't actually deserve this good a start. This is pretty insane. Because everything is really flowy. Chill. $60, $120, $180, $240. I don't see cancelling Cologne being relevant here. And I would like to have an out to another path. Do I actually go for this Pokestop right now? No, the answer is no. Okay. I could even retreat. And if I retreated, I could get two more waters out of the deck. I feel that might be worth it. Okay, let's leave it. Okay, he's got 2 card hands, so let's see what he can do. Okay. Like literally, I do not deserve this good a start. I'm like now reluctant to switch to the Bibarel version. Did you hear that? I don't like a noisy bird. A noisy bird. That's what happens early in the morning. I don't want to put the Pokestop out, by the way, because it'll get him generators. So that's you see. So path counter was needed. Yikes! Yikes! That doesn't help. Neither does that. I need to hunt the Super Energy Retrieval. Still not happening. Will I get it from the top 3? It's a 1 in 5 chance. coming. Do I get enough now? 4, 8, 6, 12, 18, 24. Not sure. $90 and $250 sounds good though. Why did I even get the... Well, yeah, alright. Doesn't really matter. Oh! I should have got the Raichu and pound up the asses. It's okay. It's alright. We got this. I was too fast. I was too fast. I should have got the Raichu. I think I can manually attach the chip out. Should be able to get some stuff out of this. Irritating. And he is likely to attack with the Raikou, so I'm going to get the Raikou. I still have a boss somewhere. One, two energies, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's nothing coming through from Shivery Chills, so... Do I have 3 waters prized? I think 1, 2, 3 in hand, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 2 waters prized. I might be wrong with the waters, by the way. I might be right. Yeah. $60, 120 plus 90 is 210. I need one more water. Like a super rod could have helped as well, but am I just going for it? Problem is, I'll probably hit the VIP pass. But I have 3 energy retrieval left. I also have the super rod available as well, so okay, let's focus on. Oh, thank goodness for that. A very risky play though. I want to see what's in my prizes. 2 waters. Okay, right. That means the rare candy is in there, so I can get the rare candy now. Well, I could potentially... No, I'm going to get the rare candy now. And the boss is in there as well, so if he targets the back caliber again, I might be in trouble. Oh, that's useful. Super, super useful. That takes the pressure off it now. The problem is, there's no point in putting the Frigibags, but I only have 1. So I'm going to have to load up. I'll load up the Greninja, okay? And then I'll hope for the boss. The other thing that I could do is I could just go for 200, because what could he do? Yeah, I might as well use the Arceus V-Star. Take him out for 200. At least the Angie stays in play, which is mega, mega useful. Then he's forced to take out the Arceus V-Star. And then what I could do is I can knock out whatever he has active with the second energy retrieval. So long as I have the Bax Caliber in play. If I don't, then I'll just boss win anyway. Alright. Okay, I think we got this. But risks to this play are Iono and Path to the Peak as well. So if I get Path to the Peak, I'm gonna be in a little bit of trouble. All right, let's see how it goes. He's used his V-Star already. Okay, so I'm glad it's not a boss. Because that's... yay. Alright, there was enough pressure on him to take him through that one. So that was a nice one. I feel comfortable with this actually. I do feel comfortable with it to try and incorporate. I mean, like if I had Bibarel, I could draw out of that Iono. It would take the pressure off, but. Is it Bibarel or is it Bibarel? Or Bibarel? Yeah, they want to go fast. Bibarel. Bibarel. Gosh, everyone's playing. Oh, I was about to say Champao, but they don't actually have it. I got the Irida for the next turn. Sensible me thinks go for those two. How many NGs do I have? Manaphy is important too, so I really need to get the Battle BAP passes. Bosses in there as well. Arceus, yeah, Arceus is there. Okay, right. So nothing too major is away. Oh my gosh. Casting Clone doesn't work on their turn. It's not Power Spring. It used to be. Do I get greedy and get that one water energy? I don't think so. Just for like, you lose 2 resources very quickly. The Greninja as well is a nice threat. They have to get Manaphy. They might fail to get Manaphy. They have to now get. Okay, they need to get the Cramorant to capitalize in this. They might get greedy. They might not get the Manaphy. Okay. Oh, don't get the Manaphy. Don't get the Manaphy. Don't get the Manaphy. Get a Giratina instead. And I can't rain I can't rain down with Greninja, so. No gear. Whoa. Okay. 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 6 for 8 for 35. Okay. Right. So I will need to Rare Candy, Max Caliber, and then get something like a Chien-Pao. Oh, that doesn't work. But I think it's a bit too early to start attacking. Yeah, Nespal, that'd be nice. Oh, Cross Switcher actually works. Okay. Cross Switcher actually does work. How many have got nothing? 5 already. Like undecided. I need to hit out on this thing. $1,620, 180 max. I need more. I can't go into this. Okay, right, cross switcher.
It's Pikachu!
It's still awful. Whoa, Senor Doom, how was your stream? Thank you so much for raiding me. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You get a follow, definitely. How was it? Super cold. Okay, right, I've got two options here. 1990, soften it for later, or get 2 prizes now. I think I have to get 2 prizes now. There we go. And punish him for not bringing out the Manaphy. And welcome everyone else who's joined us from Senor Doom. Were you liking the tournament earlier? It was brutal trying to play the Rapid Strike deck out there. Hey mate, you're brave. You're brave. What were the main issues? Thank you for the follow back. I appreciate that. What were the main issues as a summary? My main issue. Thank you, Forest Guardian. Decidueye. Oh mate, as soon as you put Decidueye there, I'm after that follow. Clunky. How on earth did it win? How on earth did it win? Who knows? Welcome all the people here. Alia, Ella, Alisadra, Artico, Chapel, Corvalus, Daycamp, Drapschnat, Dre Streen, Forest Guardian, K Delish, Kata, Kyvel, Lux, Macewins, Nicholas Polar, Pov, Revs, Senor Doom, obviously, Severin, Sleipners, and Tackling. Welcome, one and all. Forrest, I'm going to follow you back there. Thank you so much. I'm not stalking the Raiders, by the way. When it's hot and the combo hits, it rolls. It rolls. Did you come across much Lost Box? Apparently it doesn't win against Lost Box. I think I can take this on now. I think I can take him on. Okay, but I need to get rid of that path to the peak. Oh, I think I could have taken him on. Nestball. I don't want a Nestball. I have to Nestball. Alright, let's then. Oh, the Arceus is gone. Path to the peak. Path to the peak. Path to the peak. Okay, right. Follow the advice. Get 2 Frigipacks down. Alright, let's hope! Yay! Iono to 1 is an absolute lie. So, Pokestop, here we go. Should we chill? Let's see our... Okay, we're all good. We're good. That means the combo is fine. All is well. All is well. Where's my Greninja? I miss my Greninja. Oh, do we Pokestop? Oh, come on. Let's be greedy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. That means that we can. Super cold now or super cold in the moment. Nestball. No. Let's discard those. We get 2 prizes. Okay, get those. There's no way in which I could get more. Oh, that was an Ultra Ball. I could have Ultra Balled. I could have Ultra Balled. I could have got water. All right, okay, that is down. All right, that's a point of improvement for the future. Okay, 6, 12, 18, 24. Okay, that's a point of improvement for later. Okay, Lumineon now. Lumineon now, because if he paths to the peaks me again, I'm in trouble. If he targets the Lumineon, then I'm okay. Because I still have Chien-Pao. Yes, I'm going to do that. If he targets the Baxcalibur, I'd certainly need the Irida. Okay. Let's see, where's my rare candies? No, I'm out of rare candy as well. There's one in the discard. Do I have a Super Rod? Super Rod would be major useful. I need to Iono him. I need to Iono him next turn. Okay, right, let's go for it. Hellblade. 6, 12, 18, 24. There we go. Now I'm in the ascendancy now. Okay, 1, 2. I mean, the other thing I could have done is I could have bossed, but okay. Yeah, Iono to 1. Oh. I really want to try and clear that Mew off the board, by the way. It's vulnerable. And I think I need to get the Baxcalibur very quickly, otherwise... if he's playing water, then I'm in danger. Yeah, I'm in danger. Oh, here we go. Sableye. But am I going to survive it? I go down to 3, and then I take 1. He goes down to 1 as well, because he's got Iono, right? He's going to get Iono'd. Oh, major surprise there. Major surprise. Okay, right, so you're going to hit my bench. Okay. Alright. The Manaphy could have come out with the Nest Ball. The Ultra... I just hit the rare candy anyway, so it's okay. It's alright, we're good, we're good. We're good. The Baxcalibur is still in play. Okay. The Baxcalibur is still in play. Good. And a Super Rod could potentially get 2 prizes for me. I could still win by doing exactly the same thing as my opponent. So, let's bait the Moonlight Shuriken. Okay. Okay, Rock Sandling. Alright, it makes it a little bit difficult. But I get the Shivery Chill, so I get 2. If I hit the Super Rod, I'm good to go. The Super Rod is around. Is the Super Rod in prize or not? I need to figure that out. I'll figure it out with my Shivery Chill. Okay. He's playing in a risky way as well. Okay, so I've got a real Hollywood play, which is go for the 2 on the bench. But I also have a real issue because two Frigibacks or 1 Frigibacks is in there. Okay, right. Shivery Chill. Let's see what our it's hazy. This is potentially hazy. Super Rod is in there. Manaphy is also in there as well. So active. I'm trying to figure out what basics I've got as well. I think Chien-Pao is in the prize. Chien-Pao is not in the prizes. Back. Okay, right. Done. I think here we poke stop. We need something favourable. Ooh. Ooh. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. Even the 120 to him is not going to be worth it. I mean, like, 1 to him would be. But that's ready to go with its GX. Sorry, V-Star attack, right? I think I need to retreat. I think I actually genuinely need to retreat. Let's retreat into the Luminion. If he's going to take 2 prizes, let him take the Luminion. Okay. Okay, everything is out of Saberline range, which is useful. Okay. Okay, was that the play? Okay, was that the play? If I don't... Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't know if I can get this now. I don't know if I can get this now. I can't look. I can't look. What do I do next? What do I do? I can't look. Well, I have to, but... This is a disaster. Oh, now he gets the Fleam in Manaphy. This has to be one hell of a PokéStop. Like, how on earth am I going to get a Champ out with 5 energies? This has to be like a Super Rod, two retrievals, right? There's no way in which I can get stuff out either. I think it's game over. Wait, how many energies do I have in here? 4, 8. Maybe not. Oh my god. That was insane. The guy was bragging as well. He had his like happy face on there and everything. And I was like, what if you have 2 energy in the deck? I need some crackers. I will be back in 2 minutes. Don't go away. I need crackers. Crackers and juice. That's what we needed. GG's in the chat for that win. That was awesome. I got my crackers. Anyone else got crackers? Do you want crackers? 100 bits and you get a cracker. Got me crackers. Got me orange juice. I need to buy some orange juice. That would have been a lot easier if I'd been brave enough to hang on to the Arceus, I must say. Got me orange juice. Go get some orange juice. Watch the stream. Dude, of course I want to go first. So tomorrow, no stream because I'm going to League in Dubai. I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate to be able to say that every single week. I'm going to see some friends, play some cards. Friday, I'm staying in a hotel till Saturday. And then Saturday, come back. Sunday. I should stream again. There's nothing else I can do with 3 supporters, Arceus V-Star, cross switch chat, and a super engine retrieval. Can't do it. Except eat crackers. Have a cracker. You want a cracker? Have a cracker. Irida doesn't kick off on the first turn if you're going past. Okay, do you think this plays the Ice Cube? Oh heck, my Greninja's in the lost zone. I don't know what to get. Too early to get back Excalibur. It's too good a hand to shuffle away for Iono. I can't get my stuff out. $20. I'll take it out to 70. Which isn't relevant. I think this is slipping away from me, Bellamy. If he gets the Ice Cube, it's game over. Oh, it's game over. Mew just does Mew things sometimes. That's fine. Yeah, so with the previous game, what they would have done is they would have knocked out my Manaphy and then just hit the backup Max Calibers, the Frigibaxes. Okay, I'll start with you. This is an identical start, apart from the fact that I've got Battle VIP Best. It makes so much difference. Oh heck. I actually have the Isis V-Star in hand as well, so... Oh, that's flaming brilliant. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that orange juice hits. Okay, right, so I kind of anticipated that that would happen. Worst they can do is 110 this turn. Oh, we like that. That's fine. That's good. Takes the edge off that Mulos. It takes ages to start games in this client. Oh boy. Switch up. This isn't good. I can't retreat. And the best I can do is this. Okay, alright, we'll take that. We will take that. Irida Ultra Ball. Arceus V-Star. If the Arceus V-Star survives, that is. Like, not the V-Star, the V, you know. You know what I mean. At least we have Cross Switcher working. Frigipax is still there. 140, 160. Oh! Oh, well, that makes it interesting. That does make it interesting. Unorthodox, but if I retreat, I can get 2 energies. Draw 1. Concealed cards. Okay. Ultra Ball. Can collect that one. Six, 12, 8, and 24. Okay, this is a critical Pokestop. Oh, mate, I actually get it. Do I give up one of the cross switches? Six, 12, 18, 24. No. Keep the cross switches as an option. 6, 12, 18, 24. Hits me for 230, right? Okay. Alright, we're okay with that. We are okay with that. Oh! Whoa! 10 short. How was that? 160, 78, 160, 70, 80, 90. How was that? 10 short. Oh yeah, 160, 180, 210. Missed out. Hey, Percival, 997. How you doing? How are we today? I mean, like, you know, I know this isn't the BBRL. We're up to Bulbasaur now as well, so we're happy with that. Percival, why didn't I follow you? I should follow you. There we go. All good. Thank you. Great to see you. Great to see you, man. How's your mission getting all the new cards? I remember you were talking about problems with getting new cards. I love the fact that that message, by the way, said, all your Pokemon in discard pile use an ordinary rod to get them out. Well, we would if it was not, like, rotated out of standard. Made Chimp out. Yeah. Yeah. Chimp out is there. We've been having reasonable success with Chimp out. Chimp out is like, and it's actually a fun deck. It is a fun deck. I like it. I had my reservations about it. I was like, you know. But I think the lists at the moment, especially with Arceus, I think it's fun. Like Chien-Pao, I am probably going to take to League tomorrow. But I'm going to take this list. I like this list. There's Metal Energy in my opponent's deck, so I need to watch out for things like Zamazenta. Okay, using Palkia instead, is it good? I think both have merits, but the ones that were played at NAIC that made day 2 and did well, like as in top 32, have the Arceus in. One of them has Spiritomb. The other build has Spiritomb and a 1/1 BBRL line. This one has the Arceus in. I think the other one had the Arceus in as well. It's like 1/1 Arceus line as well. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Let me check. It had 1/1 BBRL, 1/1 Arceus, 3 Chien-Pao, 3 Frigi, 1 Manaphy, 1 Spiritomb. And then it played 3 bosses order. Didn't play the cross switches. 3 Lost City. Lost City was their choice. Okay, this is a respectable start. Okay, so now I've got a really interesting choice. Oh my word. 3 Pokestops in the prizes though. 2 energy, but 3 Pokestops in prizes and a cross switcher. Okay. No, I could attach draw. And I'm thinking Luminion next turn. Okay. Because if I haven't got space, then I can't play the Luminion. Battle VIP pass could get the Arceus, but I have no way out of that. So I'm going to end. I could have played the Battle VIP pass, but I could also use it as a Super Energy Retrieval fodder. And I had some crackers as well. I actually ate live crackers on stream just before you came. Amazing. They were amazing. They were Ritz crackers. Okay, chat. Quick straw poll. What are the best crackers in existence? Did I just overthink this first turn? Where is my opponent? Okay. I think I overthought that first turn. I scared my opponent. Super to go. Well, they got more than I have. Oh, there's nothing like a Mew start, is there? Okay, so the Arceus V-Star is playable. Double cross switch is very nice. Frigivax down as well. What else are they playing? Okay, right, so they're playing double turbo. So it's like an Arceus variant. Ooh. That might be a good alternative attacker anyway. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Now I can go for the nest ball. And nest ball. So I want to go for that and Mana Kidney. Be playing it safe. Okay, all right. I'm quite happy with that now. I'm actually quite happy with that. Ooh, Adventurous Discovery. I wonder what they're playing. Geraldo Umbreon. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know why they're playing the Geraldon, man. They're not doing... No, that's not effective. Wait, does a 220? Oh, that's a nice Arceus. Let's see the art of that Arceus. That's very pretty. Very pretty. My most recent gold card is that Goldfish. That Goldfish. I do have cross switcher. What's Umbi's HP? 200. Come on, knock me out. Knock me out. Come on and hit me. Yes. Okay, right, so how am I going to do this? So I think ideally I need the V-Star actually here. Okay. Let's see what we get. All right. 200, do a straight 200 as well. Do I even have the V-Star in there? The answer is no. I need to switch strategy on this one. Okay, let's just go for a conventional start, right? Okay. Let's go for a conventional one. I can get to 18, I can't get to 24. If I discard that, I can get to 24. Okay, big risk here. Paid off. If I go for the Umbreon, the Champound gets knocked out. Okay. If I go for the Umbreon, the Champound gets knocked out. If I go for the Duraludon, the energy is down on Duraludon. But then my Baxcalibur gets knocked out. The Umbreon is the big threat. The Lumineon is going to help next turn. Or a turn after. Six, 12, 18, 24. And going up 2 prices is massively advantageous. Oh, I hit the Arceus V-Star as well. Oh, now things be cooking now. Things be cooking. Okay, I can actually take out his Duraludon VMAX, I think. Okay, Arceus recovers the Baxcalibur. Champound gets 2. And then that takes me up to 3 in hand. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7 to 42, so more than enough. Two in hand, 6 falls at 6. 6, 6 to 36, so that'll be enough anyway. So I can draw. Let's see if I can soften the blow from Arceus. That's Calibur softened. Let's see if I can soften it even further. See if you can soften it even further. Oh, super rod. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, rare candy. And now I feel I need to load up the second Champao. I was rushed with that decision, by the way. Water going in makes sense. Jump out water. Do I need the lost vacuum? There we go. I like to keep that security. I'm doubting. I'm thinking. Okay, let's leave it then. 6, 12, 18, 24. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. I don't know. Oh, that's super sweet. Ooh, what's this now? Okay. $13, $36. Leaving one on the active because that's only going to do 200, maybe 230. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Again, Bat's Caliber is a risk. I think I'm going to have to try. If they take out the Bat's Caliber, I have to power up a Chimp out or something like that. That's fine. think I've been through 2 rare candy already. I don't think this plays 3 rare candy. Yeah, this build does not play 3 rare candy, it plays 2, which is kind of dicey. Okay, let's just manually attach, right? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. I just have to wait 3 more turns, right? Is this going to work? The alternative was attach it to the Arceus V-Star, but then that might not work in the long term. I don't think I'm going to reach it, by the way. Well, I might be lucky. Is it going to box me twice? 6, 12, 18, 24. I haven't played Switch. Not played Switch yet. Okay, if he's got boss, it's game. One boss, two boss, three boss. Back in Shivery Chill, right? People forget that. I've forgotten that in the past, right? Chimpa can find its own way. Life finds a way. He'll be like, oh no, I forgot. You can actually get it. And then he'll show the victory. There we go. Just in case. Yo, Dragonite. Very, 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 very risky play on my behalf, on my part. How you doing today, Dragonite? You okay? You bring in a little chance. Hi, model. So, I do like the list. This list is nice. Yeah, it's reliable. I like it. It's nice. The one thing I wish it had was a third rare candy. I think once they take out the two back Excaliburs, things get very, very tricky. Like, you could play one cancelling Cologne, I guess. Not sure. Okay. Whereas the other build, which is top 32, this is anti-Iono because of the Bieber realm, so that does help. So Spiritomb in, okay, that can help against things like lightning, and it does have 3 rare candy. Has 3 rare candy. But I do like the Pokestops as well. I mean, like, there's Lost City, but I do like the Pokestops. You know, I can't go in between them. Now, this also has research as well. I'm not quite liking the research. It's got escape rope, and you really have to try and get around that. And it's got Boss's Orders, which is like, I do like the cross switches. Cross switches fine. They work really, really well with Pokestops. Get ready to try more Tinglu. Oh, the Decidueye and V-Star. That sounds cracking. Really, really does. I think cancelling abilities is really underrated right now. It's very, very underrated. But it's always done well at Worlds. Cancelling abilities. Like cancelling stuff, denying trainers, denying abilities, cancelling abilities. Always very, very good. So my only wish would be to put a second rare candy until I am like totally used to. I mean, like, the other alternative is I just have to load up the Arceus V-Star, like slowly load up the V-Star, and then just get 2 prizes that way. At least this doesn't even... Oh, it plays 3 Ultra Ball, 2 Nest Ball. It's got the 1 boss order. It's got the Avery and... What's the other list? So the other one doesn't play the Avery. It plays 4 Irida, 3 boss, 1 research, 1 Iono. Whereas this one plays the 1 Iono. It hasn't got 3 boss. It's got 1 boss, but it's got like 2 pairs of cross switches, which is basically your 3 boss. Doesn't play research, but it plays as the Avery instead. And then it's got the 4 Irida. It's got 3 Lost City in the other one. This one plays 3 Pokestop. Both have Lost Vacuum. The other one has Escape Rope, but then you have your cross switches. You have Switch as well. The other one doesn't play Switch, they play Escape Rope. The other one plays Energy Retrieval as well. Well, both play 10 Water. This plays Superior Energy Retrieval, which is 4 shots. This one does. So Energy Retrieval is a sneaky, like, addition. I like that. 3 Rare Candy, though. This is the thing. I think the 3 Rare Candy are required. Desi V also has a Shred type attack if needed. Yes, it does. It does. Okay, here's a fun fact. On Reg's Decidueye V, Hisuian Decidueye V, that it played on day 1, actually belonged to me. And I lent it to him through a friend. So it made the 2nd World Championships. The 2nd World Championships in a row, either side of the pandemic, that I had a card in the winning World Championship deck. Strange fact, but true. This is true. If you look at the Twitter stream, you look at the interactions between myself and him, you'll see that he acknowledges it as well. So it is official. It is awesome. It's awesome. Now, here's one thing. This list plays a Super Rod, but the other list does not play a Super Rod. It doesn't play a Super Rod. It does not play a Super Rod. It cuts the Super Rod. So the question then becomes, can... Oh, High Fly UK, Raid with a party of 3. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Raid. How's it going? How did you have a stream? How was your stream? Welcome in. We're currently... Thank you. We're currently debating the differences between the 2 Chen Paos that made top 32 at NAIC. And I've spotted that the 12th place one had a Super Rod. Which I have. There are merits with the Super Rod. If you like Pokestop away your Chen Paos, or your Chen Paos has just been knocked out, which they should be knocked out, or if you Pokestop your Arceus V stars, like for example your Arceus V star or your Arceus V, and you need to try and bring them back in, the Super Rod is secure. However, the Super Rod could be a 3rd Rare Candy, and we're looking at the list, and I'm playing this list all along, and the last game in particular was like, okay, I was lucky, I had 4 turns in a row. If they had bossed my my last Chen Pao on the bench that I was manually attaching to, I would have lost. Now, I suppose the counter argument to that is, if they're getting your Bats Caliber, that's one boss, that's two boss, that's out, over and out of the way. So most lists at best play 3 bosses orders. So does it rely on bosses being expended before you actually lose that win condition? And the other thing, while it's on my mind, is it is completely okay to charge up one Chien-Pao and then charge up the other Chien-Pao as well. Because if they're going to be bossing a Bats Caliber, you still have your waters present. And the last thing that you can't forget is you can actually charge up the Arceus as well. Because you always have an Arceus on the bench by that stage anyway. So, maybe 3 rare candy is good, but 2 rare candy is just about right. And you can get through, you can get by with 2 rare candy. Maybe. I'd love to have a 3rd rare candy in there now. I'd love to have a 3rd rare candy in there. Because things can really, really go to pot if you get both your Bats Caliber taken out. And let's face it, everyone goes for the Bats Calibers, right? Like, I'm staring at the cancelling colognes. It depends on your worry of Arc Duraludon Umbreon. Go on. I mean, like, the Umbreons are going to get the Bats Calibers, right? I get that. 4 to 5 potential boss plays. I mean, like, it's gonna, yeah, 4 to 5 potential boss plays. Yeah, I get that. For me, I would drop, but this is the thing as well. If I'm starting to do things like drop cancelling and Cologne, I have a feeling I'm not actually playing the cancelling Cologne in the best way possible. Like, if you land 5, let's bring the card up. If you land 5 on the Radiant Greninja, okay, and you discard 2, you do 90-90, right? They go for the Bats Caliber. You can still do another 90-90 as well, which is nice. Like, you set up your second Bats Caliber, you do 90-90. That's 880. And you do another 90-90, which is 270. That means you can knock stuff out with Rain Splash Manaphy. And seriously, if they're going for Bats Calibers, you can turn that to your advantage. The other thing that you can also do is you attack with your Arceus V-Star. And you can do an Arceus V-Star, Trinity Nova onto Luminion. That's a nice play. So you do like your 2-shot KO, and you get Luminion to disappear as well. So while they're firing off your Bats Calibers, you can actually do a 200 and then a 120 play. Like, you put Luminion, you can find the Iono, you Iono them. By then you're down to like 3-4 prizes. You do your 200 Iono, and then you follow up with 120. So for me, I'm thinking 2 rare candy play better. 2 rare candy play better is possibly the reasoning behind it. I might ask him. Should we ask him? I think I'm going to ask him. I'm going to find out. I think that It's Owen Rhodes, right? Okay, so I'm gonna find him on Twitter. I'm gonna ask him. So I'm. Okay, right. So in actual fact, someone else asked, "How was too rare candy?" That scares me, lol. Okay, so I've just got it here. Okay, his response was, "I never got punished for it. It's a bit sketch for sure, but if you think back to when we played 3-2 or 3-2 Lugia lines in the SIT format, it's the same risk. 3 would be good, since if you find it, that's one less combo piece you have to use a search out for. Just not sure on the cut." So he said 3 would be good, but he's not sure on the cut. He said if you have both your rare candies prized, it's called going to game 2. In all honesty, you can always try to manually attach and take a KO on something with 120 HP or less, but if their boss state is really good, you just go with next. I'm just looking at more bits. I wish that there was a little bit more about the Cologne play. Oh, he actually did a video. All right, okay. I tell you what. Let's load the video up. I'm really interested in this. Okay, so I'll load it up just a second. YouTube. Here we go. Right, so how do I do this? Firefox, where are you? Okay, right, so I'm just going to start this. Is the sound coming through? Hold on a second. Hopefully the sound does come through. I'll try and put the sound on. I'm not sure what's going on. Let me see if I can switch over to the VOD. That might have it. It's not coming through, is it? Okay, right. I don't know why. Let me go back to my original one. Let's see if he's got subtitles. Oh, I know why. It's because I muted it, right? Hold on a second. No, I haven't. Why is this not coming through? Why have I blocked autoplay? Allow. I think this should be coming through now. No idea. My music is coming through. Okay, well I can read it. So let's shipped out with us. Look at that. Trying. I looked at the deck list. Okay, right. So I'm gonna start this again because I'm just gonna put my own comment on it. I don't know why. About Pokemon players start YouTube channels providing value and content. So I thought I'd join them and kind of talk about my results to NIC with Chien-Pao. Ton of fun. Know there's been some decent amount of questions about the list and about matchups and stuff. So I thought I'd just make a little video about my run. So yeah, first of all, the decks list. Basically, so I was probably a month before the event, if not 2 months before the event. I told my friends, okay, I'm playing Chien-Pao for the event. For sure, it just seems so fun. And like, I missed, Daily's Blast always. So I was like sold on the deck. And then results started coming out and it was just not good. Like, it wasn't performing at online events. It didn't perform in Japan. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like, after that, I was working internship, left town. It was in Indiana for like 5 weeks leading up to an AIC. So no, I wasn't really playing any real life Pokemon. I was playing live every once in a while. If that even qualifies as playing Pokemon at this point. But I was keeping up with like limitless tournaments and stuff. And I was pretty sold on Fusion Mew actually. Actually, it just seemed correct. Like, it was pretty easy to pilot. I was worried about playing. It's going to be a challenge for me considering I wasn't playing real Pokemon. So I just wanted to play something easy. I had for 9 rounds. So I was pretty sold on Fusion Mew. And then Grant Manley made his article on United Wings. So I tried that. I was again still on Fusion Mew, but then Alex Szymanski played Chien-Pao with Arceus. I was like, that's interesting. I didn't really pay much heat to it. And then later on, I was watching the stream for the Tournament of Doom, and the caster mentioned something about one of the top 8 players was playing Chien-Pao with Arceus. I was like, well, I could give that a try. And I looked at the deck list. There was no cross switcher. Wasn't cross switcher in the Alex's build either. I understood that, but at the same time in my head I was like, well, we're playing Arceus. I'm not combining 2 pieces of my deck, so if I'm able to like Starbirth, like being able to find 2 cross switcher and Avery all in the same turn, this seems too ridiculous to pass up. Okay, that's a nice one. Okay, right, so that's actually a nice that's another nice combo as well. Starbirth for double cross switcher and Avery. So you're Avery and then cross switcher. That's nice. How many pokes? Who was running? I don't remember. He might have been running Palkia. Yeah, I think he was wearing poke cross switches and stops, poke stops. So I took that aspect of Omnipokes list and I came up with this. The only difference before the event was I was running a woman bat arrow. I don't know what a woman bat arrow is. I wasn't running vacuum or mute, right? So, 1-1 Bibarel, I think it was. Well, I was only running 1 cologne. So I was playing like and just testing. And I priced my only cologne into Lost Box like twice. I was like, okay, I need to run 2 cologne. But Bibarel was my cut. Okay, I've got a lot of criticism for that. But I feel like when you run 3 Ultra Balls, like you're going to find yourself on a spot where you're like trying to commit Ultra Ball to Arceus or Baxcalibur. And it's hard to be able to commit resources to setting up the Bibarel, the Arceus, and the... Yeah, I and the Mew in the back. Yeah, I actually understand that. Because sometimes, like, you set up all of the things and, like, you think, oh, I'm going to put Arceus down. But then you're like, oh, please, like, you know, please don't, please don't attack my bench. Please don't attack my bench. You like that. Because you haven't got the mana if you don't. Okay. So I decided to cut the Bibarel line, went with Mew instead because it's kind of like an immediate reward, like immediate gratification. You could just Nest Ball for it. Okay, let me just pause it. Hold on a second because the music's too loud. I really need to get the sound on this one. I have no idea why the sound is not coming on. I'm just going to wind it back for about 2 minutes. And I'm going to fish to see whether I can actually fix the sound volumes problems. Okay, so... Just make sure that the button is not muted. I just want to test to see another video with is that coming up, because I hope it's not his video, just any video. It is his video. His video's on mute.
Trainers with 19 or more match points or the top 32 will advance forward to Sunday, day 2. Trainers...
Is it on mute? Or is it very, very quiet? It might actually be very, very quiet.
I was running a 1-1 Bibarel and I wasn't running vacuum on you, right? So, sorry. It was 1-1 Bibarel, but I was So
Oh, maybe the music here is masking it.
So I was playing, like, and
There we go.
was testing. And
Let's try that.
I prized my only cologne into Lost Box like twice. I was like, okay, I need to run 2 cologne.
Okay, we're good.
And the barrel was my cut. I've gotten a lot of criticism for that, but I feel like when you run 3 Ultra Ball, like you're gonna find yourself in a spot where you're like trying to commit an Ultra Ball to Arceus or Bax Caliber, and it's hard to be able to commit resources to setting up the barrel, the arc, and the Bax. So I decided to cut the barrel line, went with Mew instead because it's kind of like an immediate immediate reward, like an immediate gratification. You can just nest ball for it and use it that same turn, right? You don't have to wait a turn on the barrel. So it was like a pseudo Iono protection, just replacement for the barrel, and that's how we came up with this. Yeah, I was pretty happy going into it. Like I played a ton of games with this deck. I wasn't completely sold on it. I was still thinking about Fusion Mew, but I hated the Fusion Mew versus Lost Box matchup. I really just did not enjoy it playing Mew. So I ended up just playing a ton of games with this, really having fun. Didn't expect to do well, but I just wanted to have a good time, and that's how I came up with this. So the day before the event, I got in like 2 games of the deck, and it was kind of cooking against Gardevoir, and I was like, all right, let's do it. Oh, and I played I did play a Limitless tournament with the list. With the old list, with like the 1-1 Barrel, 1 Cologne, I think that's what it was. I played that list to a Limitless tournament and went like 5-0-2 into top 8, and then had to scoop to go back to my job. But so I felt pretty good. So going into the event, round 1, I'm playing against Lost Box. I know it says a substitute, but we'll get into that. So I'm playing against Lost Box, and it's a really close game. I didn't really set up that well. I didn't get any of my combos off. Like I didn't like cross switch or Manaphy, Avery or anything like that. So we were really going back and forth. I was up on the prize trade by 1 prize card, which doesn't really mean anything into Lost Box. Like like the point of the deck is that they can recuperate that, or I think that's the word. They can regain the lead in the later games, right? So we're playing, and he like Sableyes my Manaphy. And I had only seen like the core Lost Box stuff, like Sableye, Ninja, Energies. All I saw was Water and Psychic at this point, so I wasn't sure what I was playing against. He got rid of the Manaphy. I was like, okay, it's Kyogre. Like I was like, great. Like I'm gonna lose. Like he's gonna. I can recycle the Manaphy, but when I put it back down, like I had to find it with Iono in order to have a shot in this game. And then he attacks with Zamazenta. Actually, he shoots the Metal Energy, attacks with Zamazenta. I was like, okay, it's definitely Kyogre with Zamazenta. I was like, okay, this one's probably not gonna happen for me, but I'm just gonna keep playing. And eventually, we're playing, and I knock out the Zamazenta. He promotes to Sableye, and then he's shooting Heavy Balls and gets Kufant, so like Capraja. I was like, oh, I just win this. There's no way he can't. I had 2 prizes left to his 3. I was like, I just don't think
Kufant, wow.
Get this lead back. So he benches the Kufant, attacks with Sableye, takes a prize, and then I attack with Arc V-Star. I boss the Kufant, attack with Arc V-Star, and he has no way of taking 2 prizes in 1 turn with Sableye. And obviously he wasn't running Ogre, because that's what the slots the Capraja. So I felt pretty good. Won game 1 in like 30 minutes. In game 2, we set up, and then he realized he forgot to shuffle in his Lost Zone from the previous game into his deck. So we got a game lost for that because he started the deck with like 40 cards. It sucked. I wasn't paying close enough attention. I should have saw that too, but it is what it is. I even we called over a judge. I was like, hey, like you can always appeal the decision. Always go ahead judge. Might as well, because I didn't mind just playing it out, but that was the decision the judge made. Next round, I play against Turbo Lost Box Fabrizio. Very good player. I was pretty nervous playing against him. Game 1, I won a very long game. 35 minutes. More than that, probably. It was probably 40 minutes. Won there. And I was feeling really good. I was like, okay, I can just, I hate to say it, play for time, but, at the very least, in my head, I was like, okay, at the worst, this is a tie. There's no way I'm losing this. game 2, I just don't set up, and I make a crucial misplay. Like, I don't grab an Iono off Starbirth. It was terrible. I was so pissed at myself after that. But I made a pretty bad misplay and let him kind of just win the game quicker. Game 3, I go first. I start Manaphy, attach, pass, and then he just crams me turn 1 and I lose. So that's how that one went. I should have played better game 2. I should have played better game 1 as well. But regardless, couldn't pull it out in that one. Game 3, I don't. Oh no, I do remember. So Arctina.
So he could have actually done much better. So apparently he had like the misplays. Hey, Major Bishop, how you doing? You beat that champion deck with your Tinglu, yeah. It's a tough one, but I think going into something like NAIC, people don't expect like the Tinglus. So we're at this point because I was curious to know, like, any inside knowledge about the 3 rare candy, but he played 2 cancelling Cologne because, like, I think he said something like 1 in 6 games he was prizing the cancelling Cologne against Lost Box. So, and you can see, right, his Lost Box matchups. Well, he lost the second one, but he could have won that. Then he won the 5th one. He won the 4th one, so there's Lost Box going into a Lost Box environment there. He actually won against Tinglu, Jose Marrero. Number 11 was a Lost Box, 13, 14, and 15. So he actually won against quite a few. Tinglu's a dirty deck in late game sweep. Okay, so let's continue.
I'm running the vacuum and 3 stadiums, so I felt like I was gonna be fine. I could get around path fairly easy. I win game 1. He was running the flying Pikachu as well. Actually, game 1 he benches it on his. I go first. He benches it on his first turn. On my second turn, I get the cross switcher play, KO the flying Pikachu because I didn't really want to deal with that. I was running switch and not escape rope in my list, so I didn't have a solid answer to it. Like I would have to cross switch your boss on the same turn. That's kind of annoying. So didn't have a solid answer. Game 2, path locks me, and this game was frustrating because I had played one of my Pokestops, so I had 2 Pokestops left in deck and vacuum and like 2 Irida, and I had Mysterious Tail. I must have Mysterious Tailed 5 times and just not seen the vacuum, and was never top decking Irida. I was just, like, top decking Irida, whatever. I get it. I don't get it, but like I was getting pissed that I couldn't find vacuum, but it happens. And then game 3, we just ran out of time. I don't remember how that one was going. Next up, Lost Tina. I don't remember anything about this.
Guy needed vacuum.
He probably tried to path lock me, and I got out of it. That's really how that matchup goes. If I can bump path, I'm gonna win the prize trade usually. So I definitely don't want to play against path decks, but if you can't stick path, then I'm fine. Round 5, I played against Grant Keating. Great guy. Was super supportive of me throughout the entire event. Was always cheering me on. I appreciated that. Won 2 really quick games against him. He didn't really set up at all in either game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Round 6, played against Jimmy Chin. Great player, Australian guy. He was playing Gardevoir. Game 1 was a super long game, and I was just playing terribly. Like I Pokestopped and ripped Arceus V-Star off Pokestop, and then on my next turn I was like mapping out this whole play where I like Starburst and like win the game on that turn, and I like go to Ultra Ball for the Arceus V-Star, and of course it's not there. And I'm like, oh, I'm so stupid. And I just like passed with like my Chin-Pao active, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna lose this game. Like it's so doomed. But he really couldn't punish me. He was setting up, but again, like this matchup is, despite what some people say, I think this matchup's pretty favored. I mean, if you set up Avery and then take knockouts. Like it's pretty free. And at some point, I was able to take out 2 Curlias with Ninja. It's just like the prize trade is pretty good in your favor, right? Like even when they Shining Arcana, like if they knock out the Shining Arcana or they knock out the Chin Pao with Shining Arcana, they're usually having to attach a lot of energies to it with Psychic Embrace, and then you can Ninja just Shining Arcana and then something else, or like Clone Manphy, Ninja just Shining Arcana and a Curlia. Like if you get it to a point where their only Pokemon or their only like Guardian play is the EX, like you're in a really winning spot. So it's pretty easy to set that up. So yeah, and then Iona didn't really stick. So there wasn't much he could do there. Game 2, he didn't set up at all, so I wiped it. He scooped at some point. There was like 5 minutes left on the clock anyways. It wasn't happening. Round 7, hit Lugia. Not a great matchup for me. It's pretty much just whoever goes first. It's like a prize trade, but they also can disrupt you, and you can't disrupt them really. Like Lugia can play off the board a lot easier than Chin Pao. So I wasn't excited seeing Lugia. He won coin flip, which is huge, and so he won game 1 off prize trade. I won game 2 off prize trade, and then game 3 again. It was just like we were just exchanging. Whoever takes 2 prizes first wins, and when you're going first, it's a lot easier in that matchup. He didn't end up running Stonejourner. Stonejourner is like really important for Lugia in this matchup because I'm running the Arceus, and game 1 and game 2 I didn't really have a good setup, and I had to bench my Arceus both times, but he didn't run Stonejourner, so he couldn't punish me for it. Because obviously when he's attacking with the 1 prize or taking out a V-Star or V, like it's really good for him. But he couldn't really punish me for that, so that was, I guess, in my favor, but outside of that, this wasn't anything I can do. Great guy though, really nice opponent. Round 8 on Vo. Again, Lugia, he won coin flip again, but he didn't really set up game 1, and I took game 1. Game 2, I made a terrible misplay and threw. I had mapped out this KO, like cross switcher KO T-Tar, and it was like all the math was everything was correct, but I took the wrong card off Starbirth. I was thinking like, I don't know, I just lost my train of thought and took Rare Candy when I already had it in the hand off Starbirth, and it was just, I lost the game from there. And then we played a really close game 3 that I was able to pull out.
What's really comforting, I must say, is like this is a player who top 32, arguably the largest tournament to ever grace the stage of Pokemon, and he's very, very open about like multiple mistakes that he made, and I think there's something in that. You know, don't think that the top players don't make mistakes at all. It's just that at this moment in time, the mistakes that you make are very easily punished. It's whereas I don't know about you, but I've played decks in the past, like in past formats and past rotations, where you're okay to make a mistake. It's like, oh, you know, you can goof once, you can goof twice, and you'll still win. You know, it's like the deck carries you through. Do you see what I mean? But he's very, very, very open, very honest. You know, I think I'm going to send him a comment, say like, you know, as very, very much appreciate the comment. Better to be honest than to be called out. Absolutely, High Flyer. I agree. I'm gonna send. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna send him a. I'm gonna send him a thing. On stream today. There we go. Right, okay, we'll carry on.
And that's just how that one went. Round 9, Jose Marrero.
Okay,
So
I'll just
first
turn the
of all,
mic
like,
down for a while.
Winning in, pretty nervous. I see the pairings go up. I'm against Jose Marrero. I'm like, well, shit. Like, this is a good player. Like, I'm from Florida, so of course I know about him. I'm sure most people in general, if you're playing the game, know about him. Great player. Was super nervous seeing that, and then we go to sit down. We're like shuffling, and this lady comes up behind me. He's like, pause your setup, like you're gonna be on stream, and like my head hit my hands. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I I was already nervous, already feeling the pressure, and then they tell me I'm on stream. I'm like, okay, well, here goes, like, there it goes. So we go backstage, like, I'm like trying to like take deep breaths, like calm myself down, because I get nervous, like I get stage fright kind of thing. So, game one, I mean, game one was game one. I bricked completely. There's still like maybe some better lines I could have taken. I could have Ultra Ball for Ninja rather than the Arc V. I got like immediate value and just try to see cards, but yeah, just didn't really play well. So I scooped game one in probably 5 minutes, and I'm just like, well, it's doomed. Like, this is going to be the quickest 2-0 on stream. Like, I was like, this matchup's really weird. If you remember, Tinglu was banned on live for that whole month. I was gone. And when the only Pokemon I was playing was live and Tinglu was banned, like, I didn't have any experience with the deck. So I forgot I could use Chinpao under Tinglu. So, yeah, didn't know that. Game two, I get to go first. I get Luminia on turn one. I think I was like a top deck too. Like, I think my hand was dead otherwise. I can't remember though. But I get the Irida turn one, or like Irida for next turn, turn one, because I knew he played Spiritomb. And then I made a pretty bad misplay on my second turn. I could have taken the knockout on the Tinglu, but I didn't see it until right after attacked. I forgot I had the energy on the back Excalibur on the bench, that I could have just discarded that one as well and then taken a knockout. Instead, I only did 60 damage, which is completely irrelevant. I don't know why I did it. And then also, I didn't realize Chinpao goes through Tinglu, so I like vacuumed his Gape Jaw Bog so I could use it, right? So, he swings, but he doesn't get 2 energy set up on Tinglu on the bench. I think he only had 1 energy on his Tinglu on the bench. So I was able to take the knockout next turn just by manually attaching water energies. And I felt fine. Like, I knew, like, my idea was just, like, I need to find Cross Switcher or Boss and bring up, like, the Koraidon or Squawk so I can get my abilities and then do it like that. And then we're playing, and I'm, like, drawing a ton of cards. Like, I remember I Averied, which sucked. It got rid of one of his Haluchas. This could be the wrong game. Either way, I was drawing cards, and I'm like looking for the cross switcher play. I don't find it, and I'm just like looking at my hand, and I see Canceling Cologne. I was like, oh, like, yeah, this works here. So I pop the Canceling Cologne, and then just go full combo. And then I don't remember how the game ends. I don't remember how the game ended. I just don't think he had another. I don't know, but either way, I end up winning. I think he scooped. We go on to game 3. Game 3, I get full setup on my first turn. I'm like really chilling. And then I have like Canceling Clone.
So, like, what seems to be the running theme is it wasn't something that was on live, so he was not able to practice. So all these little mistakes have been coming out, which is generally also something that I've actually seen at tournaments. When you bring an unfamiliar deck to the scene, people just do not know how to play against it. I found this out with Control, but then the better players will practice against Control as well. So, okay.
In hand, and I think I Pokestop on my first turn. It might have been my second turn. Regardless, I Pokestop, find my other Canceling Clone, and then he Ionos me. I was like, oh my god, like, of course. So both my Canceling Clones go to the bottom of the deck. Back into my turn, like, I Shivery Chill to try to shuffle my deck, get some water energies, and then draw some cards. Like, this is the turn I Avery. I Avery to try to just draw cards, and then I rip one of the Canceling Clones off Pokestop, and that kind of saved my game. And then after I hit that, like, he had nothing. I think, like, he had a turn where he Koraidon 2 energy to a Tinglu on the bench and Pat, like, it ends his turn, and then I, like, I V star for double cross switcher. I remember I showed him off the Starbirth face up. He's like, oh dude, I had no like, he was like, he's like I was like, there's no way he's running cross switcher. Well, I don't think he saw the cross switcher until then. He's like, oh, there's no way he's running cross switcher, and then he saw that. But yeah, overall, I played really poorly this series. You can watch Azul, like he goes over the VOD better than I could. Um, and I forgot to use concealed cards like 4 times. I missequenced. I would Irida before Pokestopping and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I got pretty lucky. It was a really good matchup with double canceling Cologne, and I got pretty fortunate that despite my misplays, I won. So yeah, after that, felt really good. Was really excited. You know, this was my second day 2 of the season out of 4 major events, so felt pretty good about that. Yeah. So we go into day 2. First round, I knew the name. Like you get pairings in day 2, like usually a half an hour before the round starts, if not more. So I already knew like who I was playing against. I had no idea what he was playing. I knew he was like involved with the shuffle squad. Like I was pretty sure that was like he was like a manager or something. So I was kind of nervous. I mean, like obviously the dude must be like good at Pokemon. So I sit down and we talk. He great guy. Like PJ was really fun opponent to play against. He was just really kind the whole time. We had a great time playing, in my opinion at least. And he flips like Arc Duraludon, and this is just a really free matchup for Chien-Pao. Even when he goes first, like he's not knocking out a Chien-Pao. Choice Spell obviously doesn't affect it. And there's not really math you can do. Like 180 plus like Hawlucha Alakazam like doesn't, you just can't get to 220 on your second turn going first as Arceus. So even going second, like he's never on his second turn. He's never gonna KO with Chien-Pao. So I was pretty free to just keep it active and start finding energies and getting set up. Not really anything he can do there. Round 11 played against Anil. Great guy. This was another fun opponent. Honestly, overall, all my opponents were just great to play against. So that was cool. We played game 1. He must have Abyss Seeking like 4 times, and just nothing you can do about that. Game 2, I don't really find anything, and he passed me turn 1, locked me out of the game pretty much. In game 3, I'm pretty sure it was a pretty close game, and he just couldn't find Iono at the end, and I had to like checkmate on board, I think, something like that. Again, great opponent. Was really fun playing against them. Round 12. At this point, I knew like I needed to win out, and then maybe ID my last round for top 8. And I see like Pokestats, like most people knew what other people were playing at that point. Like Pokestats, like I could check all my opponents what they were playing, and I found out Justin was playing Lugia, and I was pretty disappointed to see that. I really wanted to play against Guardy. Again, good matchup for me. 25% play rate. I only played 1 in 15 rounds. It kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I hit Lugia. Was really hoping I would win coin flip. I lost coin flip. And then game 1, like he didn't really have much in his opening hand. Apparently, he had Lugia and V-Star, Lugia and Lugia V-Star, and like not much else. He had like a Messagoza to find Lumineon on turn 2, but I had to play my own Pokestop turn 1, and I couldn't vacuum it out of the field, so he got my Pokestop on his second turn, and he Pokestops, rips double Archeops off Pokestop, evolves V-Star, bosses my Chien-Pao, knocks it out on his second turn, and we're just laughing, because it was funny. Justin's a great guy. I played him before. He's a Florida guy, so I was at least, like, happy a Florida guy was getting the dub, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I was pretty disappointed about him ripping double Archeops, but it happens. So, yeah, that's how... And then game 2 was a really close game. He ended up ioning me kind of out of the game, but I eventually like top decked a Lumineon and was like Lumineon for like heavy ball Chien-Pao. I needed Chien-Pao, Baxcalibur, and Rare Candy for game, and obviously I had Lumineon for Irida, and I can only grab two of those pieces. So I grabbed a heavy ball for Ninja, and then the Chien-Pao. Or no, I got the Baxcalibur because the Chien-Pao has more outs. You can get Death Ball or Ultra Ball to find Chien-Pao. You can find Ultra Ball for Bax, right? So I got Bax, and then Heavy Ball for Ninja. Ninja concealed cards into like Rare Candy Pokestop. I was like, oh, like this could happen. And then Pokestop, I couldn't rip it off I couldn't find the Ultra Ball, or the Ultra Ball or the Nest Ball off Pokestop. So I lost, but, you know, again, Florida guy, I was happy to see him top 8, and I just knew that matchup wasn't great for me. Round 13 against Miloslav. Really close game 1. Like, I pulled off, like, the cancel and clone cross-switcher play on Manaphy twice, and it was still a really close game. He played it incredibly well. He did get some, like, fortunate draws at the end, like, finding, like, exactly what he needed to, like, attack despite, like, having nothing on his board. Like, just Manaphy, and then, like, top decks Clara for, like, disable, like, I don't know. Either way, it was a really close game. It was nerve-wracking, as all can be. But that game took a ton of time. Game 2, we were both playing pretty quick, and eventually he won. In Game 3, we had like 5 minutes left, and we just talked about a gentleman's, like, you know, we agreed no ties. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, a tie was bad for both of us. So we played it out, and then it went to time, and on my last turn in time, I KO'd his only comb phase with, like, the cross switcher clone play with Ninja. So I got rid of his only comb phase. And he just, like, kind of looked at his board, looked at his top deck. It was like, yeah, I'm not winning this one. And he scooped it up to me. So appreciate that, you know, honoring the gentleman. That's always good to see, you know. Round 14, played against Nicholas. Great guy. It was fun playing against him. Game 1, I think game 1 I just swept. And then game 2 was weird. I ended up attacking with Arc V-Star for like 3 turns in a row against like Sableye, and just hoping he couldn't find the sauce to bring him back. But we got to this board state where, like, I had Arc V-Star with 180 damage counters or 190 damage counters on it, something like that. And he had Cram. He had 3 prizes left. He had Cram, a Sableye on board. I had 2 prizes left. It was his turn. Or it was my turn. I had 3 prizes left. We both had 3 prizes left. My turn, Arc V-Star. And I knew, like, he's going to attack with Cram. And then I didn't even have Excalibur out. He had knocked out my Excalibur. And I was like, okay, I'm not winning this one. Like, it's whatever. It's not going to happen, right? So I'm attacking with Arc V-Star. And I bench a Frigibax on that turn just to see if, like, maybe, you know, I don't know if I can somehow set up a Excalibur on my next turn. So, again, he had maybe it was one Comfey out on the field. He had one Comfey out on the field that I just knocked out a Sableye. So, he promotes the Comfey. I'm like, okay, he just attacks with Cram. He only has 1 Pokemon I can knock out, like 90 HP or less, so I can't take 2 prizes on this turn. He's just going to win. And then he ends up, like, benching Sableye. And I was like, okay, he's going to knock out the Frigibax, whatever. That's still a winning play for him in the end, I think. And then he, like, Sableyes and knocks out Arceus and leaves my Frigibax. I was like, oh. And I just promote Ninja. I'm like, Rare Candy, Frigibax, attached Ninja, like, KO, Comfey, Sableye. So that was really confusing, but, you know, it happens. I think he's just, like, it was a long day and overcooked. But, yeah, I ended up getting the dub there. Round 15, played against Caroline. Another nice opponent. I remember, like, game 1, I, like, shuffling, and I, like, dropped my whole deck on the floor while shuffling. She's like, it's fine, like, pick it up. I was like, no, I'll have a judge pick it up. I didn't want to, like, I don't know. Whatever. But, a good opponent. We played a really close game, game 1. I remember on my second turn, I like, knocked out Cram with, I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened, but I remember I'm pretty sure I attacked with the Chin-Pao, maybe. And then she responded with Dragonite with Bravery Charm. I was like, oh, that's pretty annoying. I mean, like, in the early games, like, that 1 more energy does matter. Like, having to find 1 more energy to knock out something matters. But I promoted Mysterious Tail Mew and ripped Lost Vacuum off the tail. And then I was able to just, like, go full combo. Knock out the Dragonite. And then, like, she wasn't able to take multiple prizes from there. And I ended up having to pitch one of my canceling clones. And that's a good thing about 2, is, like, I had to pitch one, and then I was still able to pull off, like, Cross Switcher Manaphy canceling clone later on in the game to take 2 prizes again. And at that point, like, if you're taking multiple prizes with Ninja, like, it's, like, hard for Lost Box to come back, right? I remember I had a good Avery in there as well. to disrupt a little bit. So wasn't like it was a really close game, but I ended up pulling it out. And then game 2, she full bricked. Like she drew like 10 energies in her hand. Like by the third turn, she was like it was really bad. So huge sigh of relief for me after that game 2. Like I was really excited. I was pretty sure I was good for top 16, and then like Pokédata, my resistance was a lot better than the other 11-3-1s or people that could be 11-3-1. So I was pretty pumped that I was getting top 16, and then it ended up working out for me in the end. So yeah, that was the run. Again, Chien-Pao was a really fun deck to play. Excited about that. So yeah, just wanted to talk about again, just like playing the deck really quickly. So for me, like if I'm into Lost Box or Gardevoir, like I feel pretty safe, like leaving Chien-Pao in the active position for like a turn or two.
Okay, we're going on to the really good stuff
Every
now.
once in a while, Gardevoir's gonna pull the nuts, like they can go like double Rare Candy, knock out Chien-Pao, or Rare Candy, like they can do it. Like I mean them going first. I played a game the other day where them going first, like they had like double Rare Candy, boss Chien-Pao, knockout. It was like ridiculous. But like, usually, if I'm going first, like if you, let me start over. If you're playing against Gardevoir and they go first, you need to get out double Frigibax, right? Cresselia is definitely a line of play for them. In that matchup, actually, you probably don't want Chien-Pao in the active position past your first turn if you're going second, because they can. It's not too hard for them to just take a knockout. But I was referring to, I had a game where I had Chien-Pao on my bench and they double Rare Candy into EX and then Arcana, then boss Chien-Pao, knocked out with Arcana. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm not winning this game, like, at that point. But Gardevoir really just knocking out Curlias, you just want to get rid of their Guardy pieces, and again, gets to the board state I mentioned earlier, where it's just EX on the field, and you attack with, like, Chien-Pao, and they really don't have any way to go around that. So it would require them to use Zacian. But even then, like, if they're attacking with Zacian, right, they need, 6 energies to attack with Zacian to KO Chien-Pao, right? 6? Well, never mind. I was going to say maybe you can ninja them in a lot of cases, but you can't really ninja there if they're only attaching 6 energies. If they have to attack the Arceus V-Star, you absolutely can ninja Zacian and something else and take 3 prizes. So it's all about just finding creative ways to use Radiant Ninja. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And then weaving in your Avery in there makes that a pretty good matchup. Lost Box, attack with the V-Star, attack with the Arceus a lot. That's really good attacker.
Creative ways for using Greninja.
On the V-Star, it doesn't matter, right? Like, they don't have a good way of one-shotting the Arceus. They have to, like, set it up over multiple turns. So, attacking with V-Star, and then, like, a lot of times you want to get a double Bax Caliber in that matchup so you can attack with the Bax, too. Like, it's all about, like, again, being efficient, attacking with Bax, taking multiple prizes with Ninja, attacking with the V-Star. If you need to Lumineon, make sure to attack with the Lumineon too, right? If you need to Lumineon for a supporter. And then holding the Iona to the late game, right? If you can disrupt them.
Another good point. You can attack with the Bax as well if you get 2 Bax Caliber out.
I find the Turbo matchup's pretty favored for you in my opinion. It's at least 55-45 in your favor. So I guess it's not pretty favored, but I enjoy the matchup. Their only way of taking 2 prizes is with Dragonite, and then that leaves them open to getting you to taking 2 prizes, right? And if you play your Manaphy down, like, they can't ninja you, obviously. So yeah, it takes them a while to, like, set up meaningful damage with Sableye, right? So yeah, I think this was pretty favored. Don't put down Mew in this matchup, obviously. No. Lugia, it's just whoever goes first, right? And then they can disrupt you. So it is favored from them for sure. If they have the Stonejourner, you don't want to put down Arceus. If you can, sometimes actually you do KO Archeops, because with single Archeops they can't one-shot the Chien-Pao with Lugia. They can only do 200. So sometimes KOing Archeops makes this matchup pretty good. You just have to look for good opportunities to do it. Don't mess up your prize exchange too much just to knock out Archeops. It's just if it's convenient, if you had to take one prize knockout earlier in the game, you can do that. General tips with the deck. I always prioritize Arceus V over Chin Pao early game. Getting access to V, you just don't need Chin Pao turn 1. You would love to find the energies turn 1, trust me. It's very important to find energies, but being able to V-Star on your second turn can sometimes, really make or break a game, right? When you are going first and you have energy in hand and you're not sure whether or not to attach, I generally will attach to Chin Pao if I'm against something that can, I guess this going second. Either way, on your first turn, attaching to Chin Pao if there's a way for your Frigibax to get knocked out, right? If there's a way for Frigibax to get knocked out, you want to attach to Chin Pao so you can at least take a knockout and bench Frigibax the next turn, do 120 damage, maybe KO a Cram or something, whatever. You want to be able to attach to Chin Pao on that turn. Otherwise, a lot of times I'll attach to Ninja on my first turn because not only do I want to attack with it going second or on my second turn, I want a retreat option if I ever have to cross switch or something and I need to get back into Chin Pao or whatever. Just having a retreat option if they escape rope, it's pretty nice to have, right? But make sure you still sometimes you do want to keep an energy in hand for concealed cards. It's all just the state of the game, really. Pokestop sequencing, making sure that you're ultra balling for important pieces before you stop, right? It's pretty obvious, but get your V-Star out of the deck if you're gonna stop, if you can. Sometimes you do want to Irida before stop if you need to get a piece out of your deck, like the Baxcalibur, and you don't want to lose that, depending on how many you have in deck, if you don't want to lose it to stop, sometimes you're going to need to Irida first so you don't lose as many Pokemon. Same with Lumineon.
This is really, really good advice. When you're actually in the midst of a game, you kind of think, oh, right, I need to Pokestop for that thing. What he's saying is that, just he says it's obvious, but it's not obvious when you're in the midst of a game when you got the clock on live. But get all your pieces out with Ultra Ball first, and then get it. So you can actually use it that way.
You can Irida for Lumineon for next turn against the Lost Box because they can't hand disrupt you. So yeah, I try not to play down Pokestop on my first turn if I have it in my opening hand. I only play it if I need to because my philosophy is on their first turn, if they have access to Pokestop and they were going to brick and they don't brick because of your Pokestop, that feels pretty bad. So I try to save my Pokestop for my second turn. And then if I feel like it's not as important because if I'm going full combo on my second turn and I Pokestop, giving them access to Pokestop doesn't mean anything if I just KO'd 2 Curlias with a Ninja or KO'd 2 Ralts or 2 Comfey, you know what I mean? So it's a lot less relevant that way. That's pretty much it. Random thing, Frigibax attacks for 30 damage. You can hit it into a Dragonite and then knock it out with Arceus later on. That was some random math that came up. Getting out 2 Chin Pao is nice a lot of the time if you need to find more energy. Pretty obvious stuff. I don't really think there's much else to it, just if you want to try the deck, you should play it. It's fun. I had a really good time playing it. Actually, I did change. I cut Vacuum for 3rd Rare Candy. My local metagame doesn't have a lot of Path decks, so I wasn't worried about it. Path didn't do amazing in NAIC.
There we go. So he did cut the Vacuum for the Rare Candy. He did make it. So we were kind of feeling it should be done, and let's catch that one again, and then I'll let the video finish, and then we can we can sort of like bring it to a close for a minute, because I'm very tired. It's coming up to 3 hours. Let's play that one again.
Just if you want to try the deck, you should play it. It's fun. I had a really good time playing it. Actually, I did change. I cut vacuum for third rare candy. My local metagame doesn't have a lot of path decks, so I wasn't worried about it. Path didn't do amazing in NAIC. There wasn't a ton of path decks doing well, so I felt fine to cut it. Of course, in the late night or invitational, I of course cut vacuum for third candy and then hit Mew and Mew and Lost Tina back to back, which is like unlucky, but it happens. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Again, this is my first video, I think, for Pokemon stuff, so I don't know if this will be a regular thing at all, but maybe I'll do some webcam games, record commentary, my thoughts, whatever, and post them here. So, just if you subscribe, I appreciate it. Don't expect regular content. It might be your...
Okay, so there we go. So that's it. So from the creator of the deck. So if you're not expecting too much Path to the Peak, then don't play the Lost Vacuum. But if you are expecting Path to the Peak, heavy Path to the Peak gaming, obviously the Lost Vacuum is going to be it. But the 61st card is the Rare Candy, and I think had it not been like for a Lost Box rich meta, 2 Cancel and Cologne are important, and you just have to try and maybe figure out how to get that third rare candy. But I think the third rare candy is probably going to be the Lost Vacuum, and then just wade your way through with Pokestops against Path to the Peak, unless of course there's another method. All right, I'm gonna call it the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. I am gonna be streaming later on as well. It's coming up to Thursday lunchtime now, and I woke up early actually, so I kind of like streamed a little bit. I need to start to think about these things as well, and more Chimpow later. Thank you for everyone that came in with all the raids, and if you haven't dropped us a follow, please drop us a follow. Really appreciate it. Keeps me going. If you want to sub, that's even better, and if you want to drop a donation for the World's Fund, that'd be massive. There we go. Take care. See you later.